Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Two and a throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And taken right on the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your whole line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And able to get this down inside the 15, even the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They run the option here on first and 10. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Prescott to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. first score here this afternoon. Santos able to take on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back. Maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Parrish. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, and an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
to run the sneak. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tua Tagovailoa scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Ludd's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Able to avoid him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Parrish, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. On
first down, Parrish. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1. Oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On 2nd down now, Parrish. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the gun, it's Tua. He's got White here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. Parrish. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Right back to him on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott now. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. But he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. Tua now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Up the middle they go. Parrish. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Tua going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge is successful. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 44 5 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the move to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To the air again, Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Santos onto the field.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it will push the lead up to 5. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold him to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and they're able to add on to their advantage.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing in this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Parrish. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 38, Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. This is White. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
At the Cowboys 18-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Michael Thomas. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Tua. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Tua on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time, the tight end gets him.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. And they will take a knee here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.